A transfer of rulership is coming, and the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. Righteousness will be spread throughout the whole four corners of the earth. Wickedness will be put down.
The Lord promised better things for us, okay? Because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, has a favorite people. And he's going to give this favorite people a heavenly kingdom. A kingdom that's blueprinted and formatted and patterned after his mind. How he want a kingdom to be.
Hey, y'all remember this?
Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Nigga, you about to find out why it's called Chiraq. The fuck? Goofy ass nigga? We ain't scared of this shit.
Push. Get out of the way for the Bearcat. Clear the way for the Bearcat.
It looks like they're pretending they're in Iraq they're fighting a military. And instead, they're actually busting down doors, dressed up like they're in Iraq, but they're actually in Chicago.
You remember that? Well, now, ICE is out there in Chicago. It's not even the National Guard. And look how this dude is talking now.
Understand, when you walking with God and when you following Christ, things gonna get better, but things gonna take a turn too. Because let me tell you something, it's a thing called new levels, new devils.
Y'all done made a gangster turn holy. That's why it's just better to not talk all that tough guy shit, man. It's not cohesive to your production. It's counterproductive, okay? But I want to hear from y'all. These are some interesting developments, aren't they? Drop your thoughts and feelings in the comments.
Please remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, comment, and follow for more. Thanks again for watching.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds, in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Al Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem Al Shai. All right, and what I want to get into today, is how Yahweh Bahashem Al Shai, all right, the Lord is getting ready to make mockery, of our people, of 2/3, all right, men, women, and children, okay, because the things that our people, idolize, okay, you look in nigga culture, all right, and they idolize, street niggas, okay, and the nigga woman, all right, which there's no different, than idol worship, okay, because when you go into the ancient, customs of these different pagans, okay, and idolatry of these heathens, okay, they will worship, okay, these deities, and these deities came with a culture and a lifestyle, all right, and our people, they live, all right, they glorify a culture that goes back to idolatry, okay, which is the worship of women, okay, and then the worship of materialism, okay, the worship of violence, okay, the worship of death, all right, because the most respected, jakes amongst our people are what? The killers, okay, the dope boys and killers, which is witchcraft and murderers, man, and all of it goes back into idolatry, okay, at the end of the day, you see, and the Lord is going to make mockery of your idols and show you that your idols are powerless, man, okay, as you see this Jake, all right, it was talking tough, okay, about Trump and the troops, all right, but when the troops actually come there, his whole tone changed, and what do niggas immediately go to do. Okay, become religious, which there's nothing new. Okay, our people, this is this is ancient behavior of our people. Okay, to go left, wild out, do what they want. Okay, but then as the Lord will bring judgment, then they will cry out. Okay, and the Lord wouldn't hear them because they didn't hear him when he was calling and warning. Okay, so this is where we at with prophecy, man. So let's read this. It's the book of Judges chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, and the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai, and served Balaam, and Baal. Basically this goes back to Satanism. It's another thing. All idolatry goes back to Satanism. It's just different worships, all right, different forms of worship of Satan. Okay, to sum it up. Okay, and you look at our people, they're more satanic than ever. They're more dark than ever. Okay, and it says, and they forsook the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai, power of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed of the gods of the people that were around about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger. See, Jake has provoked the Lord to anger. And that's why we have to be extremely appreciative that the Lord brought us out of the darkness, man. Okay, because the Lord's anger, okay, is against our people and everything that they believe and everything that they stand for, man. Everything that they glorify, and the Lord's against it. Okay, so the anger of the Lord is fixed, on Jake. All right, the Heavenly Father is pissed, all right, with his people, man. Okay, and the Lord is to the point he's tired of warning Jake. Okay, all them brothers out there in Chicago. Okay, all them brothers out there in DC. All these cities that we're hearing on the news that Trump's sending troops to. All them brothers out there in Memphis. Okay, so forth and so on. All right, warning Jake. Okay, come from the same neighborhood Jake come from. Okay, so there's no excuse. So now it's to the point where the Lord's finna make mockery of you niggas, man, with judgment. Okay, and it says, and they forsook the Lord and served Baal, all right, and Ashtoreth, all right, which Ashtoreth, it goes back to the goddess, a fertility goddess, which ultimately is just the queen of heaven, repackaged. Okay, which you go throughout, the history of Jake, the queen of heaven worship. Even King Solomon built a altar, okay, to Ashtoreth. Okay, so that was even heavy around the time of Jeremiah. Okay, that queen of heaven worship. The women had got proud. The women even told Jeremiah, look, we're not gonna stop serving the queen of heaven. Us and our husbands. Okay, and what happened? The Lord sent the troop, the Babylonians. Okay, and the Lord, that's where you get the book of Lamentations from. Okay, there was a response from the Lord to Jake's rebellion. So we're seeing the Lord respond to a rebellion. This is the Lord that's sending these troops, man. Okay, and just making mockery, man, because guess what? Y'all idolize these young niggas. Now the Lord finna show you that these young niggas weak as water. Okay, the Lord finna show you that these young niggas is weak as water, man. All right, when he put the spirit on Esau to dispatch them troops. Okay, this is the weakest generation of Israelite men ever, man. Okay, just because Jacob killed somebody, okay, that doesn't mean that these men are tough. All right, they just wicked. See, people confuse tough with wicked. Okay, these niggas just wicked. These niggas ain't tough nowhere, and the Lord gonna show you niggas, all right, that these guys weak as water. Okay, and the nigga woman that's worship and idolize amongst niggas, okay, the Lord gonna show you that these hoes is bombs. Okay, So these hoes is a government shutdown away from being homeless, man. All right, and these niggas is one deployment, okay, of troops away from being Swiss cheese. Okay, as these niggas talk about, man. All right, so all this tough talk these niggas been talking for years, and albums, and going on tours, and I do this and yeah, okay. Now when the neighborhood needs you to be tough, these niggas ain't nowhere in sight. Okay, and you idolize these niggas as if they just, some great heroic, powerful niggas. Okay, the Lord finna make mockery of these niggas, man. Okay, it says in the anger of the Lord. Okay, it says and the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies. Okay, so the Lord is powerless, man. Okay, the Lord finna make Jacob spoil. Okay, the nigga woman, children, they all finna be a spoil. Okay, the Lord finna send that troop. Okay, so you go here, you fast forward all the way to the time of Jeremiah. All right, and brothers, be in the right spirit, man. Damn these people, man. Okay, everything. These people are enemies to the throne. Okay, you have to remember that. Jeremiah 11:12 said, "Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods unto whom, all right, they offer incense." Yeah, so you got to cry unto the gods whom you give your energy to. The things that you worship, you got to cry to them. Okay? So these young niggas that y'all worship and make all these TikTok videos, and these niggas got 100 children by 100 women. Okay? These niggas that y'all adore and praise, these niggas gonna have to stand on that tough shit. Okay? These niggas are guys unto y'all, so these niggas gotta come through. Okay? These niggas gotta come through for y'all in the clutch. Okay? And it says, "But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem, have you set up altars, and that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense until Baal," man. Yeah, because like I say, they idolize these niggas. They put these niggas on t-shirts. They have, celebrate these niggas coming home from prison. And, it's just all about them niggas. The community is all about helping and supporting these niggas. These niggas can do wickedness. Nobody's tails on these niggas. It's all about these niggas. You see? Niggas to be dead. Y'all niggas keep their memory alive. These niggas was a straight demon. Okay? So that's what you gonna have to rely on. Okay? These niggas gotta get it together, man. That's what y'all gotta depend on. Okay? And it says, "Therefore, pray not for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble," man. So the Lord, all right, is not going to hear these niggas cries. Because what did that nigga do? Got religious. All these niggas finna get religious, man. Okay? All these niggas finna curl up. You see? And the Lord gonna show you that this ain't, that these niggas is not what y'all think they are, man. Okay? Give them how tough or what type of reputation these niggas supposed to got. Okay? The Lord gonna show you that these niggas is weak as water, man. Okay? And that the nigga woman is powerless, because that's another thing, niggas. They think the nigga woman is some type of hero. Like she can pardon you from judgment. Okay. All right. So the Lord finna show, man, and it's gonna be a mockery, man. Okay. And when you read verse 15 in the NLT, it says, "What right do my beloved people have to come to my temple when they have done so many immoral things?" You can't run. You can't do what you want okay, all right, be wicked, okay, ignore the warning, ignore the word of the Lord that's going out, okay, then think you can run to, some type of covering of the Lord in discretion. No, okay, what right do you niggas got to try to be, now that there's pressure on your ass now? Nah, man. Okay, and it says, when they have done so many immoral things, can their vows and sacrifices prevent their destruction? They actually rejoice in doing evil. They actually rejoice in doing evil. Is this not niggas, man? The nigga woman, is this not the culture of our people now? Okay? So, nah, man, the Lord finna show. The Lord finna make mockery, man. Okay? And this is just the beginning. It gets way worse. So Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified. Till next time I say shalom.